Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Imperious. Today we're here with some Gears gameplay. I know I haven't posted any content in a while. I have like little internet issues going on with my streaming computer, so it's kind of why I haven't been streaming as of late. Today's video is a bit different. It's really a very sensitive topic for me, but I really been wanting to get things off my chest about it for the last couple of weeks. As a lot of you may already know, a few weeks ago, a good friend of mine who may have also been a good friend of you all, had passed away. I had received a call and a text on September 11th from friends that he had passed away that morning. The Gears community knew him as Sully Welly. Some knew him as Sullables. Some others knew him as Jay or Javion. A few weeks ago, he was found with one end of the rope around his neck and the other end wrapped around a tree. And honestly, at first, I couldn't believe it. That morning, everything felt like a blur. I spent that entire morning calling and talking to my friends, figuring out what on earth had happened, but there wasn't much information to go off on. My heart was in so much pain and agony, still couldn't function for days. Even now, I have a hard time grasping the reality of the situation. Me and Jay talked every day about anything. We talked about everything. He was a brother to me. He was like family to me, and I loved him like my own. He was the kind of person who had such an elevated spirit whenever you spoke to him. He was always energetic, full of energy, really just a great person to be on the game with. Jay was my teammate for majority of Gears 5, a mutual friend of ours. A lot of you may know him as Hitboxes. He had introduced me to Javion, who at the time in Gears 4, his name was WPKB. When I met Jay, he was so competitive and talented, it inspired me every day to be better myself, just to be like him. Jay wanted to win no matter what it took. He was always grinding to elevate his game sense and his IQ and his skills. Whenever he had spare time on his hands, that is literally all he wanted to do. Even when he was in school, he still put a huge amount of time into becoming a better player. Jay was a bit younger than me, at least by 2 or 3 years, but he was always so mature. We spent years building a bond that I would cherish for the rest of my life. He was truly more than just a teammate to me. This was literally someone I talked to every day, to the point where it became a part of our daily routine. And just hearing that he was no longer here really has put me in such a dark place. It hurt so bad because of our genuine history that we had really had to get it out the mud. For me, it was always hitboxes and syllables at the time. Way back when everything had started, Jay was at least 16 or 17, still in school. He was playing Gears, and I just had graduated high school. Around that time, we had nothing but time on our hands to play some Gears together. Our bond goes so much more deeper than just teaming together, but it's so much to talk about and cover that could honestly take days just to talk about, honestly. I mean, we played more than just Gears together. A lot of us, and including some of our friends, played games like Fortnite, Apex, COD, and just, games that teammates would play just bonding with one another. We sometimes sat in parties and just talk about some of the dumbest shit that we could possibly talk about. And we would just have some of the craziest laughs. And the moments that we would all capture together, it really helped build a friendship that just felt so unbreakable over the last couple of years. It just felt so strong. It was that brotherhood bond that we crafted together. It was something that I had never experienced before with a group of people on the game, especially people to call my teammates. I mean, honestly, I can truly say that some of my best moments on Gears was had with syllables and hitboxes. And and back then we had people like Warlord, and we had people like Nipsey, Fleet Tex, and that was way back when, before I had stopped playing the game with Jay and everybody else. I mean, those were memories that we created as a team, as a bond, as a brotherhood, whatever you want to call it. it was some memories, man. And it's just, those were just literally the greatest times that I could have ever had on a game ever. Eventually I had quit Gears and I had left the team, and I left Soloables and Hitboxes behind. They stayed behind and they kept playing, and I kind of just started doing my own thing. I can't really remember what I was doing. I believe I was trying to stream Gears, and I kind of wanted to dip into the creation side of the Gears, and so I took a lot of time away from them. But the bond was still there. Every time I came back, we always, you know, just kept laughing about the past, and we just had good times. But eventually I did come back, and of course I stuck it out with syllables and hitboxes. But then that's when Gears changed to 4v4s, I believe, and then we picked up False, who was a huge addition to the Brotherhood. I mean, just the he was a part of the family. It felt like, and I remember I didn't even like him at first when I met him back in Gears 4, but he ended up being a great person, and all four of us were just bonded so well together. That team that we had, man, it just it just gives me butterflies to this day, because that was I had never accomplished nothing like that before, ever. It was just me, hitboxes, syllables, and false. Just four young, talented people coming together, playing some gears, and man, we put our all into it, and the results really paid off. Um, and that's what makes this so emotional for me, because, like I said earlier, me and this kid got it out the mud. You know, we were not that good in the beginning of Gears 5, so it took some growing and some learning, and some getting beat up by a lot of other people, and man, it was rough. But when we came back together, it clicked, and we were one of the strongest teams at the time, and it just felt so good. It felt like we was on top of the world. Honestly, we came up short a lot, but regardless, those were my boys, and I wouldn't change it for nothing. I wouldn't replace them for nobody in this world. Um, that felt like a family that nobody could come in between. And believe me, a lot of people were trying to come in between that family, and it just wouldn't work. We were so sturdy, because I mean, when you spend that much time with people, you take a liking to them and you grow together, and it's impossible to break that bond now. I mean, that's what brotherhood is. That's what friendship is. You don't let people come in between what y'all did together, what y'all built together. Y'all stay sturdy and you stay loyal to one another, and that shit can take you so far. And it did with Jay and the team that we was playing with. It took us far. Even though we came up short, it took us far. And I mean, making it that far at the time, man, that's all I had really wanted. I wanted to be known for something. I wanted to be recognized. But man, not Jay. Jay wanted to win it all, and I had to jump on board with that mentality. I mean, I was like, yo, this little kid right here, man, he wants to win this shit for real. Like, and I was, I've always wanted that too, but I just kind of made it like stepping stones to get there, and I was just happy to get there with my boys. I mean, he wanted it all, and it made me want it even more. So we just played so well together as a team, and I honestly thought I was in my head. I'm like, yo, I know this is because of the relationship we all share with one another. I mean, damn, that's the only way this would have been possible, because we tried to keep a clear head about a lot of stuff, and most people would have argued about it, but we argued and we kept it pushing, because at the end of the day, it was love that we share with one another. All of us, it was we care for one another, and when you feel like that about your teammate, about the person beside you, it can really help you get a very long way, honestly. And I mean, that's really just Honestly, that's really just a story between Jay and I, simplified the best way I can put it. It was a just a young kid, talented man, and we came together and we just made magic happen, and that's why I've been taking this loss so rough. I've taken it so bad. I haven't been able to think straight. These just I don't know. This video is hard to make. Um, I really feel like I kind of been running around in circles with my words and stuff, and I just I haven't really been sure exactly what to say. I know we all love Jay for who he was and the kind of player he was. I mean, we cared about that kid, man, and he was family to the Gears community, honestly. I mean, and it's just hard to just accept the fact that he was no longer here. I mean, that kind of feeling has been so hard on me, and I've been really viewing life a bit differently lately. I mean, I know Jay would want us to keep going on for him. He always told me to promise him that I was gonna be successful in no matter what I did in life, whether it had been Gears, Fortnite, any game that I was playing. He just told me, bro, promise me you gonna make it pro, make a name for yourself. And I was like, bro, my nigga, I got you. But I always told him it was gonna be this gear shit that we do it in. So, but that was just the kind of person he was. Man. He cared about his boys, and he knew we cared about him as well. Um, a lot of people have been asking how I was feeling, or how we've been feeling about the situation, and honestly, we're hurt. I mean, there's no way to shy away from it. This is a person who I care deeply about, and I talk to him every day. So, you know, I mean, I go through my phases and I go through my little moments where sometimes I just don't speak. It's hard to eat. I mean, it pops into my head so often. Just the fact that my guys, the boys, the family that we built, we're next time we load into a map, it'll have to be without him. That's a rough subject. It's really hard to accept that, the memories that we have created that's the only memories that we have now. I can no longer create more memories. There's more memories that I would like to create, but you're no longer able to. I'm really bad when it comes to death. um Losing family is rough. Losing friends is rough, and I'm no different than anybody. I'm no special than anybody, or more special than anyone else. I just take death very, very rough. It's a hard concept of life, but it's a part of life. And you expect people to pass when they get older, so it's a little bit less pain because you get older, so you expect it. But when you're so young and your life is gone too soon, it's a different feeling because you were supposed to still be here. You're supposed to still be here right now to this day with us, creating more memories, memories that would last for decades and decades to come. I never got to hang out with Jay in real life. That was always a plan. Me, Hitboxes, Sully, and Foss, and anyone, who else that we were close with. We all wanted to get together one day and just hang out. We knew it was just gonna be so fun, and just not being able to do that now, it puts me in a dark void. Uh, best way I can put it. Um, there's no other way to shy away from that. It's a dark place that I'm in. Sometimes I get on the game and I play with my other friends. My hitboxes and false, and I talk to them at least. And sometimes you kind of you don't forget, but it feels, if you feel a little bit better, but you can always tell that there's a missing piece to that group, that puzzle. There's that missing person who just really brought a different side. He brought different energy to the table, and it was that's just such a great. That was just a great feeling to have at the time, and now I know for a fact I'm really going to miss it. Um, I plan on dropping this video on his birthday. Jay's birthday is on October 5th. It's actually 2 days before mine. His funeral service will be on October 5th. So I figured I'd just I'd drop it, as my one of my I guess a condolences, or I don't know. I just it's his special day, so I wanted to do something special for him. I wanted to bring light to the relationship that we had with Jay. I wanted to shine some light on it, because not many people know about how tight, you know, we all were as a group. So I wanted to really just bring light to that situation, and really just tell people how I've been feeling about that. And to Jay, I really just want to say thank you. Thank you for all the memories that we created. Thank you for being a good person to me and everyone else around you. Um, you were taken too soon from us, and we are truly going to miss you. I also just want to apologize for how raspy my voice was throughout the video. I had just got off work when I was doing these recordings, and work was pretty tiring. And obviously, the subject that was being discussed was a touchy subject. That's pretty much all I have to say in this video. If you aren't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys leave a like, and make sure you guys show some love for Javion's birthday. I also want to thank my friends for checking up on me, making sure I was good. I really did appreciate it. And I also want to thank everyone else who checked in. I also appreciate you guys as well. You guys have a great day, great morning, or whenever you guys watch this, and happy birthday, Jay.